Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. A Landers man was arrested for suspicion of committing sexual crimes on a child. On September 18th, sheriff's deputies in 29 Palms responded to a report of a sex crime involving a minor in Landers. The victim reported that a family member, identified by deputies as Jerry Wheeler, a 67-year-old resident of Landers, had sexually abused them when they were 9 years old. Detectives with the Sheriff's Morongo Basin Station investigated the incident and report that they were able to substantiate the claims of abuse. On Wednesday, detectives located Wheeler in the 18,000 block of Corkill Road in Desert Hot Springs, where he was taken into custody without incident. Jerry Wheeler was arrested for suspicion of a number of forced sexual crimes on a minor and booked into the Morongo Basin Jail on $500,000 bail. Last night, the 29 Palms City Council officially hired Larry Bowden as interim city manager to replace outgoing city manager Frank Lucchino. Reporter Heather Clisby was there.
The 29 Palms City Council held a 27-minute meeting last night to, once again, hire Larry Bowden as interim city manager to replace Frank Lucchino, who is leaving October 26th to take the same position with the city of Desert Hot Springs in Riverside County. Bowden, who has served on the city council, as mayor, in various city positions, and as previous interim city manager, retired from public service in 2018. Bowden will serve until the agreement expires or until a full-time replacement is hired. Because Bowden is a PERS retiree, he is limited to working 960 hours per work year, which would be up until June 30th. He will be paid $86.50 per hour, be issued a city laptop and cell phone, and not receive health care benefits. A long letter signed by various residents urged the council to consider hiring a city manager who, quote, prioritizes local residents over tourism and growth. The letter was read aloud by Mayor MacArthur Wright. The mayor noted to Bowden that the formation of a youth advisory council would be one of his projects. The next meeting of the 29 Palm City Council is Tuesday, October 24th. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
The Yucca Valley Town Council has two essential items on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Reporter Hillary Sloan joins us to fill you in.
The Yucca Valley Town Council will receive and file information about the rollout of the state-mandated organic recycling program. The council will also conduct an open discussion on various initiatives and ideas identified as critical for future discussion, prioritization, and development. The public is welcome. For the link to the Zoom meeting, see this story at Z107.7fm.com. For Z107.7, this is Hillary Sloan.
The 29 Palms Planning Commission will gather tonight to address small changes to permitting processes. Reporter Heather Clisby rejoins us with more.
The 29 Palms Planning Commission will meet tonight with just one agenda item, tweaking the permitting process on various fronts. Minor amendments to the Development Code language would apply to areas such as number of permit extensions, fees and deposits, square footage, and land use tables. The meeting begins at 5 p.m. at City Hall, 6136 Adobe Road. It can also be live streamed or viewed on demand via the city's website, 29palms.org. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
Pioneer Days is back, and as one of the first events, the 29 Palms Rotary Club is putting on their annual Little Pioneers program. Tomorrow, children aged 4 to 6 can dress up in past or future Pioneer-inspired costumes, where they will be interviewed by Z107.7's own Gary Daigneault. In fact, Daigneault spoke with 29 Palms Community Events Coordinator Scott Clinkscales last week on the Z107.7 Up Close show, where they discussed the event, saying,
So it's for kids ages 4 to 6. It's kind of like a little pageant, and it's just a nice, fun little night out for the kids and their families.
Is it full?
It's not full.
Get your kids signed up. It's a lot of fun. Basically, the kids come up on stage and they answer some fun questions, and if they sing, they let them sing or do a little dance, or if they don't want to do anything, they don't have to do that either. And they get to parade in their Western gear, and then the judges vote the little pioneers. So it's a lot of fun. So get your kids involved.
There's still room to sign up for the event, and every child will receive certificates or prizes for their participation and will be invited to ride in the Pioneer Days Parade on October 21st. The fun begins tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Patriotic Hall in Lucky Park. It's $10 to participate, and you can sign your kiddo up at a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. The Desert Split Open Reading Series presents local poet Alexandra Martinez on Friday night at the Firehouse in Joshua Tree. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart brings us a closer glimpse into the program for this free literary event.
Alex Martinez will read from her poetry collection, Our Lady of Perpetual Desert, which won Inlandia's Hillary Gravendike Prize. Following her reading, she will sit down with Desert Split Open founder Susan Rukeyser to discuss the book's various social justice themes and how her work balances the personal and political. Followed by complimentary refreshments, there will be an opportunity to buy the book and get it signed. Don't miss the opportunity to meet this poet and her work while enjoying a view across the desert at sunset. The publisher of Our Lady of Perpetual Desert says, quote, "It's less a book about culture identity than about class, power, and maintaining hope in the struggle against oppressive norms and structures. Concise indictments of an unjust society are deftly disguised as poems about nature, work, and family. In Our Lady of Perpetual Desert, the desert and California aren't just background landscapes, but characters," unquote. The reading is from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Firehouse, located at 65430 Winters Road in Joshua Tree. For free tickets, please visit the link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
And finally, the 29 Palms High School Interact Club is holding a craft show and car show this Saturday. Expect vendors selling holiday gifts, clothes, and even a laser engraver. The judged car show will feature categories including lowriders, lifted vehicles, custom vehicles, muscle cars, motorcycles, and even bicycles. There will be raffles throughout the day. Funds raised from this event will go towards 29 Palms High School and the Interact Club's charitable efforts, including holiday food giveaways, one of which is coming up in November. The craft fair and car show will be held this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 74362 Joe Davis Jr. Drive in 29 Palms. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.